Hello, everyone. Welcome back to I Print Swords, the Twitch channel where I really don't care that it says that I'm playing Terraria right now. Well, I mean, this project, it isn't even a video game, so I really don't have anything to put on there. So Terraria is as good as any. Today, we have this. Whoa. This is Godkiller. And Godkiller is Wonder Woman's sword, or primary weapon that she has in a lot of the comics. But this design is the design that is used in the DC cinematic universe, the really trash movies. Trash movies with good weapons. So yeah, and I'm sure that this design has showed up in a few comics as well, just because they're all based off of each other. So yeah, this is a new and fun project, not even video game related, and it's going to be a pretty easy, or not easy, I should say, like simple paint job. Only two colors. Got Folk Art Metallic Silver Sterling for the blade, and Folk Art Metallic Pure Gold. Not Antique Gold, Pure Gold. I used Antique Gold on the Sword of Light previously, but now I'm using this brand new paint. I'm actually opening it right now. It's pure gold. It's not as orange. OMG, my streamer? Welcome, welcome Highland Hooves. Welcome to this Godkiller. Whoa. So we're just going to start out by painting the gold. So that will encompass the entire handle and these two dragon heads that wrap around the blade. And depending on how this looks, I may or may not add a weathering layer off stream. If this gold looks good, like just by itself after a couple of coats, then like, you know, I won't add a weathering layer. But if it needs to look a little bit older and more beat up, I'll add that weathering layer in. So yeah, this is the first time I've actually ever used this pure gold paint. And so far, it seems like it is reacting exactly the same as the antique gold. It's behaving in a very similar way to the antique gold. This will probably be a 3 or 4 coat paint. Don't worry though, because you will only be seeing one coat in this video. Not going to make you sit through it. Or in this stream, I guess. Sorry, I'm thinking in YouTube video context. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Haven't even finished this sword yet. So this sword has a lot of very small details in the model, and I really have like a fine brush here that is getting in all of these little divots and gaps that are all over the place. If you're ever painting something with a lot of small details and you find that it's just really hard to get in those gaps, honestly, first thing I would recommend is getting a new set of brushes. Just get a brand new set. They're really cheap. Don't even like waste your money on the like super fine whatever brushes, just go to Walmart, grab some new brushes. Like, they'll help way more than you think. Like, even if they're just like $2 brushes, at getting in all of these tiny, tiny gaps. I know it wasn't too recently, but fairly recently, I went and purchased some new paintbrushes at Walmart, and they're pretty crappy, but they do way better than my old brushes. So that's my painting tip for today, I guess. Oh, the diamond sword was Big Pog, by the way. Thank you. I'm really happy that you like it. It's really funny, actually. Uh, so, like, the day after I sent out that sword to you, I got a message on Etsy, and it was basically someone saying, "Oh, where's the diamond sword? I was going to order it." And I get this a lot. I get it so often where people will just have something in their cart, but they won't buy it. And it's like, if you would have just bought it, you wouldn't have had this problem. But I am not complaining because I am currently printing another diamond sword, which will most likely be immediately sold. Both I and TikTok enjoyed. You're posting that on your TikTok? Ooh, woo. Man, that's one of the social medias that I am not going to get into ever. I'm not going to advertise on TikTok. But, you know, it's really cool. I thank you for spreading the word. Spreading the word of my projects. I truly appreciate that. Now, I don't know if you can actually see this on camera, but this gold is really seeping into the dragon scale pattern here. And that'll look pretty good later, but it just makes me think that a weathering layer is going to be very necessary. Because if the gold is seeping into these cracks like this, then a watery black mixture would also seep into those cracks quite nicely. And I think a weathering layer would do this project some justice. So I'll probably end up doing that off of camera. Well, off stream, I guess. I will be recording myself on the weathering layer for the YouTube video later. And then expect another large gap in streams. Mostly because I have a few projects that are eating up a bit of my time. I have another folding blade to make. I know that there was a Etsy seller interested in another folding blade, so I have to make another one of those. I have a diamond sword that is, you know, that I just talked about. Gotta print that out, and that's printing right now. And another thing, I just got an order, like literally less than an hour ago, for a rusty master sword from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And that is a project that I have already made like 3 times now. I think it's 3. I could be wrong. But I still haven't even made a YouTube video for it. And I do plan on making a YouTube video for it in the future, because I am going to have to make another copy of that sword anyway, just so that I have one in stock. So yeah, look forward to the Breath of the Wild Ruined Master Sword in the future. I know that it's not actually rusty. I've played Breath of the Wild. I've seen that cutscene. I know that it's not actually rust, and that it's actually like a Guardian Blast or something like that. But I still call it the Rusty Master Sword because I've made other rusty weapons from Breath of the Wild, and they all have like the same sort of design. Oh, did you hear that? That was Kaida. That's my Ender 3. She's squeaking at me. It's not even her that's squeaking at me. It's actually her filament roll. It's kind of scraping against the plastic of that little handle thing. That's what that noise is. So yeah, expect a Master Sword video in the future. Maybe I'll do 2 videos for that, actually. One for the rusty version and one for the normal version. We'll see. I have a lot of projects on my plate, including this one. Once I get this one all done, though, it'll be a good feeling. It's just I've had this one on my table for what feels like forever. It always feels good to get a new project done or an old project sent out. It's very satisfying. It helps keep me going. Progress has been a little bit slow recently, though, but that is just because I have picked up a job. But never fear, I will never stop doing this. At least that's the dream. If I stop doing this, I'm either dead or bankrupt. I love doing this. I love making swords. I love making 3D printed weapons. It's one of my favorite things to do. So I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Okay, just gotta get all of these tiny details on the side, all over the place. I was really wondering how this gold would look. I've seen a lot of different pictures of Godkiller, and I can say with confidence that the design of the metal, or the choice of metal in the sword, I guess, is very inconsistent. Sometimes it is very gold, like very bright, very shiny gold. And other times it's like a dirty bronze color. Or like not even a bronze color, like something else entirely. I decided to go with gold because I like gold, and I think it fits most of the versions of this sword are gold. This isn't too serious, you know, like DC Cinematic Universe. Like, it's like iron and something. I don't know. I wanted it to be gold because that's usually what it is, and I like gold. That's why. That's why it's gold. I feel like I shouldn't have to justify myself there, but if anyone's watching this video, they'll know why I painted this thing gold instead of dirt bronze. Okay, so looking at the first coat there. Oh, that looks so much better on camera than it does in person. Yeah. So this is kind of what it'll look like when it's actually done on my end. It'll look like that in real life later. Okay, grabbing a second brush and gonna pour me some silver. Woot, grab the silver, shake it up. Whoop, pour the silver. Bada bing. Okay, I'm actually going to start. Gotta get this all in frame. So I'm actually going to start at the tip just to give the gold a little bit of time to dry. No big deal. Man, this is going to be a very quick stream just because of how simple this paint job is. Obviously, it'll be more detailed in the final version of this, but that's for the YouTube video. So if you're interested in that, watch the YouTube video. I usually put a link to the full YouTube video in the description of my Twitch stream archive YouTube videos. The first coat, I call them. So I'm putting on a very generous coat of silver for this first coat, so that the later coats I won't have to use as much. So if you actually, like, I guess you can't see it on camera, but these symbols that run along here, they cut so deep into the blade that they actually expose the metal rod that I used in this project. I mean, it's not really a problem. It still has all the same structural stability and whatever. It's just, it looks a little weird when it's unpainted. But when it's fully painted, it'll look like it has a lot more depth than it actually does. So it kind of actually helps the project in a way. Now, if you've ordered this sword and you're watching this stream, like, what's the deal with all these weird details? Now you know. So yeah, I'm really like gooping the paint into these gaps just to make sure that it gets inside all of them. And the seams of the project as well. I'm being generous there. This silver paint, it dries really thin, so I'm not worried about gooping it too much. I've kind of learned after using this paint for so long how it works, how its behavior is, and I'm fairly comfortable with just gooping it on. Okay, is this dry enough to hold? Yes. So I'm just going to have my two fingers over here on the handle holding it steady while I get in closer with the silver. Very cool. Absolutely gooping the paint in the gaps. Oh yeah, and I do have Twitch chat running, in case you didn't notice. Last time I didn't have it running because the time before that, my computer was like having a heart attack or something. But recently, it's been doing very well, and I think part of it had to do with all of the extra tabs I had open at the time, and the length of that stream was a bit longer than usual. So I think that's what happened. Regardless, from now on, I'll try to close all my tabs before I start a stream, Twitch chat, my beloved. I don't know if I don't know if I feel the same way about my Twitch chat. I'm not as into that relationship as you, apparently. Honestly, look at this. We're almost done. Like, we're so close to just being at the end. Oh, you hit affiliate today, and the homies delivered. Wow, that's impressive. I'm impressed. I don't know if I'll ever reach that. I don't know if I'll ever reach affiliate, but if I do, I'll be happy. And would you look at that? It's done. Wow, 23 minutes. This is one of the fastest streams ever. This is like basically the same length as the Among Us knife and whatever else. Wow. Well, anyways, look forward to the YouTube video for this project coming soon, hopefully. And next time I stream, I don't really know what I'll be doing, but hopefully it'll be fun. Anyways,